How I Found My Dream by the Teddy Bear Train. This is my story, how I found my dream. I grew up in Coal Town. My father was a coal train. I was trained to be a coal train too, just like my father. It was hard work with smoke and coal dust in the air. We worked day and night with no rest. My job was to pull the coal from the mine to the big train. The big train would take the coal to the plant. It happened one night during the summer. It was very hot that year. I had been working a whole week with no rest. I was getting very tired and sleepy. I was pulling a really heavy load when I heard this terrible sound. I looked around and my rear wheel had fallen off. It sent me tumbling and I crashed over the tracks. I hit my head on the rocks and became unconscious. When I woke up, I found myself in a junkyard. It was filled with old and broken trains, the graveyard of coal trains. It was really scary. I looked all over for my wheel, but I couldn't find it. So I pulled myself up and crawled out of the junkyard. I wasn't going to stay in that scary place with the ghosts of coal trains all around. I didn't know where I was going. I just started out over the hills. When I was young, I heard about a beautiful place called Bearville. It was to the north of Coal Town. I had always dreamed of going there. But how do I find Bearville? In the summer, my father would show me the night sky and how the Big Dipper points to the North Star. That's it. I would follow the North Star to Bearville. I rested in the day and traveled during the night. I crawled over hills and across streams. I was sad and lonely. I can't give up. I have to believe I will find Bearville. Starlight, star bright, I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight. Bring me to Bearville. One day while I was sleeping, I felt something touch my face. I woke to find a beautiful dog giving me a kiss and wagging his tail. There was a teddy bear with him. He was riding some strange stick with wheels. He said his name was Stevie. I told him I was trying to get to Bearville. He said that was where he lived, and he would be happy to take me there. I made it! I was going to Bearville! Stevie took me to his friend Freddie the farmer. Freddie lives on a beautiful farm with trees and flowers. Freddie said I could stay with him and the fawns. Then he told me the story of the fawns, how they got lost, and he gave them a home until the sheriff found their mother. Now the fawns and Freddie are best friends. Bearville was everything I dreamed it would be, a place of kindness and love. The next morning I woke up to another wonderful surprise. There was Big Bear named Sugar Bear in the yard. He had come to help Freddie and Steve. They were all working with tools and wood. They were building new wheels for me. I could hardly believe it. In Coal Town I had no friends, and now my friends are bears and dogs and fawns. I was so happy. It was a hard and difficult job to put on my wheels. Sugar Bear asked his friend Mike to come and help. Mike is the Bearville mailman. They call him Mr. Mailman. And I was told everyone in Bearville loves him. He is a big bear, too. It took all their strength, but they lifted me up and attached my new wheels. I was a whole train again. Stevie and Freddie were excited about my new wheels. Stevie said, Now that you have new wheels, you need a new paint job. The next day he arrived at the farm with many colors of paint. He asked me what my favorite color was. I said, sky blue. So they painted my body sky blue. Freddie thought I should have a yellow face to show my big smile. And they built a little riding car in the back. Look at me! I was playing with Doggy when the sheriff came by to see me. He said everyone in Bearville was talking about me. The bears were wondering if I would like to be the Bearville train. Would I? I said I'd be happy to be. The sheriff said there was just one problem. There were no train tracks in Bearville. But all the bears would come together and build them if I agreed to be the Bearville train. Oh, what a great day! The fire bears were in charge of building the train tracks. Everyone helped. It was hard work, but they didn't mind. They built a train track all the way around Bearville. Connor and Co. brought the ice cream wagon and treated all the workers to ice cream cones. Freddie and Stevie built another box car. Stevie's sister Susie put a beautiful red cover over the top. Susie and Freddie are sweethearts. Stevie said I needed a name. He thought and thought. The Teddy Bear Train. Freddie and Susie agreed, and that's what I became. Everything was ready for my first ride. I was so excited. I was no longer a coal train. I had new wheels. I was painted sky blue. I had a new name. Everyone in Bearville was cheering. Mr. Muffin was my first engineer, and Andrew and Sophia were my first passengers. Thank you, North Star. I found my dream. The end.